Hello again and welcome back to A Year Gardening. The weather over the past week or so has not been wonderful for going outside, so today you find me at my desk where I'm sorting out my plans for the work that's got to be done over the next year and some of the more immediate work, making a list so that I know exactly what I've got to do and I will cross it off as I go. So here we see the latest plan for the garden. Generally, it is how it sits at the moment, but it shows the additions here of a alpine wall to the right-hand side, a new tree to be placed in the centre, water feature down at the bottom, and the rose bed that I've got planned to go in on the right-hand side. So that is the plans so far. We might not stick to them, but it's a general guide for the next 12 months. I've got my list of jobs here, so I think it's about time that I went outside and started to get on with a few of them. Now, I'll be totally honest with you, I don't like maintenance, but this was coming down because of the winter. I've already put one screw in here. I'm just going to put another one in further down here. Just pre-drill the hole. Pop out the drill bit and pop in a screwdriver bit and then apply the second screw. And that's nice and solid again. It's totally my fault that it went like that, because when I first put this up I just used a couple of nails and I should have used screws. But that's a job, and this is ready for painting later on in the year. The next job today brings us to the front garden, which is not my general area. It's where I normally let the wife do her bits. There's a fantastic article in today's Telegraph about the RHS garden at Chelsea this year, which is a loneliness garden. And it reminds me that when I'm working in the front garden, very often I get to speak to people as they're walking past the house. First job I've got to do is sort out the side fence, so that's what I'm going to show you now. The first job I've got to do before I can do anything with the log roll is I've got to loosen the weeds off. The ground is very, very soft at the moment because of all the rain we've had, so I'm just going to use the back of the spade into the ground, loosen the weeds and then lift them all by hand. Once we've got the weeds out of the way, I need to apply first of all a barrier to stop the grass coming back through. For that I'm using a black plastic bin liner and just a staple gun, and we'll just attach it to the fence along the bottom. Just to ensure that we've covered any chance of the grass coming through at the bottom. Doesn't matter if it's at the top, we can always cut that back. Now all of this log roll that I'm using is pre-used and salvaged. The way I'm going to be fixing this, I'm going to actually be drilling it to the fence, and you need to get your height right to start with. And so the first one I'm going to be putting in here, the pre-drill. Grab myself a screw and a screwdriver and we'll pop that in. Just get it started by hand so that we know we've got it in the right place. That's lovely. Then we'll just pop the bit into the drill. And we'll fire that in to the fence panel. And that's us started. All I've got to do is repeat that over the next 20 foot. We just need the weather to dry. We can get the fence painted. A little bit of dressing on the border, and that's another job done. Well, it's time to plant something, and today I'm going to be planting a bit of rhubarb. We all like a bit of rhubarb crumble, but you need your rhubarb first. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my soil, pop it into the pot. I've already put some crocks in the bottom to allow a little bit of drainage through. I've had this soaking for about an hour. It's always best to soak your roots for about an hour, and then we can fill in around that. This is going to go and live in the greenhouse for a couple of months, up until probably Easter time, and then we'll plant this out into the garden. Now I've got 2 or 3 crowns more to plant out, so I'll get on with that now. Now that's from my rhubarb all planted in my pots. I've just got time to remind you that next weekend, 25th, 26th, 27th of January, is the big garden birdwatch. rspb.org.uk, still time to sign up. Get your feeders full, get out there for an hour, record what you see. It's a great asset to the country to see how our bird population is doing, and we can all help with that. That's the big garden birdwatch next weekend. I think I've got one more thing that I need to be doing now. As the sun's going down, just going to recap on what we've done today. We've done our plans for the next 12 months and where we want to go with the garden. We listed out jobs that need doing, like the fence, like the front garden, and loads more. We've got that log roll up at the front, and we've planted some rhubarb today. It's been an enjoyable time putting all this together, but as you know, I do like to relax at the end of a video, and I've got a lovely Pinot Noir this week. So all I will say is don't forget the big garden birdwatch. It's great fun taking part. Cheers. See you next time.